when we're expanding a quadratic, we generally have had them written like this. Alright, and we've been taught many different ways of doing it. You might have been taught to draw rainbows, happy faces, foil, all those sort of things. They're all perfectly okay. So what you have to realise you're doing, I'm not going to use any of them today, I'm going to tell you why it happens, is that what you're doing is you're sharing this bracket with this bracket. So we're taking x and we're sharing or multiplying it through that bracket. And then we're taking what's left over, which is the plus 4, and we're multiplying it also through that bracket. So what that does is it gives us x squared minus 7x plus 4x minus 28. And then we're just collecting like terms here and ending up with our nice simplified answer, which we always want our simplified answer. We don't leave it here. So you may have done this in a different way, and you may be able to get to that answer really, really quickly. And if you've been doing it as long as I have, you can actually just go straight from there to there, and that's fine. Not a problem. But that's how it works. You're actually breaking that first one up, like we did when we were factorising the other day. We're undoing it, all right? When we were factorising the other day, we saw this and took the x out. We saw 4, took it out. Then we said, well, this is a common factor, and what's left over goes in the other bracket. So it's just a reverse of that, but because it is a quadratic, it comes out nicely to look like this. All right? The ones that are tricky, this is a be careful. This is the one that in year 11, 10, they always put it in there. Because they say, oh yeah, we've got all those bright people who just want to do things quickly and they're just going to tell me the answer is x squared plus 9. Because they're just going to say, okay, it's that squared and that squared. But it is not that. It is this bracket multiplied by this bracket, which means that we end up having x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. When you just square the two parts, you miss this part out, and this part gives us another term in our quadratic. All right? So one of the ways we teach you to do these, and one way of always getting it right, is to use a grid. To use a grid, we do 2x minus 1, 3x plus 2. We put our 2x and our minus 1 up here, our 3x and our plus 2 here. And then we do it just like we used to do it at primary school, multiplication table. So we've got 6x squared minus 3x, 4x and minus 2. And we put them together on diagonals. So we've got equals 6x squared minus plus gives 1 and minus 2. So that's what grid multiplying does. And it works superbly. But the best part of it is when we go to cubics, we get 3 brackets to multiply by. And all these other rules are very, very long-winded to do with a cubic. So if I take that same one and add another one on the end, expanding this, the easiest way to do it is to expand these two, like we did here, to get this one, and then to take that, I'm going to put it over here where there's a bit more room. So I've got 6x squared plus x minus 2, that's a terrible looking x, that came from this. Now I've got to multiply that by our extra one. We can't do all 3 at the same time. We don't have a 3-dimensional board, so we have to do it one at a time. So we do the 2, usually the first 2, end up with a cubic, a trinomial, one with 3 parts to it, quadratic. and then multiply through. So we've got 7x, oh no we haven't. We've got 6x cubed, x squared and 2x, 6x squared, x and minus 2. Again on the diagonals gives us the answer. So the answer is 6x cubed, 6 plus 1 is 7x squared, 1 and minus 2 gives us negative x and minus 2. By doing it this way, we will get the right answer. By trying to do it this way, 1, it'll take us a lot of time, and 2, it's open for a lot of mistakes. Okay? We're all quite good at multiplying and multiplying grids now. Been doing it for a few years. So this is the best way to approach expanding a cubic.